Welcome, explorers! Okay, let's dive right into this. We are going to uncover an amazing magic trick today. The secret of how maps take our giant, enormous world and shrink it down into a pocket-sized adventure you can hold right in your hands. I mean, have you ever actually wondered how cartographers, the awesome people who make maps, manage to fit wide oceans, towering mountains, and super long highways onto a single, tiny piece of paper? It kind of sounds impossible, right? Well, before we discover the answer, this explainer is brought to you by our producer, Waqas Ahmed Shah, for today's global learning journey. So, go ahead and put on your explorer hats. Section 1. Cracking the secret code. So, to solve the mystery of shrinking the world, we first have to crack a secret code. That secret code? It's called a map scale. Think of a map scale like a magic shrinking machine. It's usually found hiding in a little box in the corner of your map called the legend. What it does is tell us the relationship between a tiny distance measured on the paper and the actual, real-life distance out there on the ground. Now, what's really interesting here is the word itself. Usually, a scale weighs things, right? Like the scale in your bathroom or at the grocery store. But on a map, it doesn't weigh a single thing. Instead, it tells us exactly how far away things are from each other. Let me show you how this actually works. For example, look at this brilliant code. It means that if you take a ruler and measure just 1 single centimeter on your paper map, you're actually looking at 160 kilometers out in the real world. So if two cities are 2 centimeters apart on the paper, they're actually 320 kilometers apart in real life. Mind-blowing, right? So the crucial point here is just understanding that math. Let's do a quick quiz together. If a completely different map scale says that 2 centimeters is equal to 1 kilometer, can you guess what 5 centimeters represents? Go ahead, take a second to think about it. Section 2. Finding countries and roads. Did you figure out the math? Yep, 2.5 kilometers. You are a natural explorer. Now that we have our secret code figured out, let's look at the maps themselves. Maps come in all sorts of styles, and each one tells a completely different story. A political map, well, that's the storyteller you need when you want to see countries, national boundaries, and exactly where all the cities are located. It basically shows who rules which area. And hey, if you're trying to actually drive between those cities with your family, you're going to need a road map. This is actually the most widely used map in the whole world. It's a super detailed map used for finding directions, showing you every single highway, road, and even the railways to help you get from point A to point B. Section 3. Exploring nature and weather. But what if you want to explore the wild, beautiful outdoors instead of just city streets? Well, while political maps show human-made borders, a physical map beautifully paints nature for us. Physical features are shown in all these different colors. You've got bright blue for rivers and lakes, dark green for lowlands, and brown for towering mountains. It's honestly like looking at a colorful painting of the Earth. Now, to know if those big brown mountains are going to be warm, rainy, or dry all year long, you check a climate map. A climate map uses bright, colorful zones to give us information about the long-term weather in different areas. So it shows us which places get lots of rain or snow and which places stay super dry. But for your daily adventure, like right now today, you need a weather map. These are specially prepared by the meteorological department. Unlike a climate map, which looks at really long periods of time, a weather map tells you exactly what is happening today. It shows wind directions, clouds, and whether you're going to get any rainfall before dinner. It is just so cool how these map makers use simple colors to instantly tell us if we need to grab a raincoat or sunglasses. Yellow for bright sunny days, gray for when it's cloudy, and blue for rain. It just makes reading the map an absolute breeze. Section 4. Finding hidden Earth treasures. So we've traveled the roads and checked the weather. Now let's dig a little deeper into our geography journey. A topographic map is a bit like a physical map because it shows the landscape. But instead of using lots of green and brown colors, it uses these really cool wiggly lines called contour lines. These show changes in elevation, which basically just means how high the land goes above sea level. And what's really interesting? It's how these contour lines actually work. They join points that are exactly the same height. So each loop or line is basically drawing an invisible hill right onto that flat piece of paper. If the lines are squished really close together, it's a steep hill. If they're far apart, the land is pretty much flat. Next up, if you're hunting for treasure or, well, maybe just farming, you're going to need an economic or resource map. These maps use neat little symbols and letters to show you exactly what economic activities are happening.
They show where precious minerals are hiding deep under the ground, or what kinds of crops are growing right there in the fields.
And finally, our 8th map type. Engineers use massive geological maps to look deep, deep underground. These maps show ancient rock formations, how old those rocks are, and exactly where coal fields are located. They are absolutely crucial for planning big engineering projects, like building giant tunnels and dams.
Section 5. Ready for your adventure.
Wow, we've uncovered the secret code of the map scale and explored all 8 of these magical storytelling map lenses. So, the crucial point to take away from our explainer today is this. Whenever you look at a map, just follow 3 simple steps. First, check the map scale. Crack that secret code so you know the real distance. Second, choose the perfect map type for your journey, whether that's political, physical, or maybe a road map. And third, just start exploring and let your curiosity lead the way. I'm going to leave you with an exciting challenge. If you were going on a wild hiking trip way up into the mountains, which of these 8 maps would you pack in your backpack? Would you take a road map, a topographic map, maybe a physical map, and why?
Think about that answer, and definitely discuss it with your friends or your teachers. We've learned so much today about how maps are basically amazing storytellers that shrink our giant real world down to size. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow so we can keep exploring this amazing, beautiful world together. See you on our next big learning adventure.